Good morning, natural gas. It's Thursday, June the 18th, 2026. I'm Tim Beggins, president of Elk Trading Company, and today is storage day. Expectations around plus 74, plus 75. That's bullish relative to last year, which was 97, but the 5-year average plus 73. So it'll be neutral there as well. So let's take a look at the spot July contract. We're currently down one tick, the 314.40. As you can see, the RSI is turning sideways. So let's pop over to the hourly chart. And as you can see, we're below the daily pivot, which came in today at 318.80. The RSI is going absolutely sideways. So we're waiting for storage to do something and kick this market in one direction or another. Our first resistance is the pivot at 318.80. Above that, 325.60. Our first support at 307.80. Let's take a look at the Jan versus the October. This is the injection spread, and as you can see right now, we're only down one tick. We're going sideways here for the last 2 weeks. We're currently trading at 121.5. Again, the RSI is turning up, but we are just sitting below that once support, now resistance at 125. Let's take a look at the Novi through March strip here. And as you can see right here, not much more of a change here, up 3 ticks here to 379.5. So we're sitting below that support that now is resistance at 384.10. RSI is trying to turn up. So let's take a look at the weather. And this is the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. This is good through July the 1st. And as you can see, below normal temperatures in the upper Midwest. So keeping Chicago, St. Louis normal here or below. And the aboves are sitting at the coast, interior west here and Florida. So not helpful as we go into the July 4th weekend, typically a low demand period. So be careful out there for the longs. And here's the global tropical hazard outlook. As you can see, we've got more than a 60% chance here in the west coast of Mexico behind me. That's good news for the Pacific because right now for the Atlantic, we've got no tropical development that is expected all the way through July the 7th. And let's take a look at the weather here. And as you can see, this is the GFS model, typically runs a little warmer than the Euro. And we get some normally warm temperatures here in Texas, all the way the interior parts of the West, all the way over to the Carolinas. In fact, today is possibly a record day in ERCOT. The heat advisories are off the chart right now because that humidity from all those storms is really making things very, very difficult. And as you can see, as we go into the July period here, right at the end of the month, we start seeing hundreds in the interior West, 90s, upper 90s in Texas and across parts of the South. So as we go through this forecast period right here, we end up fairly warm all the way up through the upper Midwest. Yes, up into Chicago into the 90s, Boston up there 76, but you could see New York City up into the 90s as well. So 90s as we go into the July 4th weekend for the eastern half of the country. Here are the remnants of Arthur, our first tropical storm of the season. And as you can see, it's pushing through. This is Louisiana and this is Mississippi. So that's Mobile right here. That's the thunderstorms. But let's take a look at where the storm actually is. Yep, it's right off of Galveston, just south of Houston here. Clear skies here, but you can see the thunderstorms off and to the right. So this is good news because it is heading in this general direction toward the Carolinas. And that's where our drought has been. This is our exceptional drought areas here in the Carolinas, North Carolina in particular, all the way back up into Virginia. So this is good news to get some thunderstorms over here, get some rain in this particular area. As you can see, the interior West is getting drier. Let's take a look at the mid-Atlantic, and this is the Saharan air layer. And there's just too much of this dust to allow any storm development in the mid-Atlantic. Take a look at ERCOT here. As you can see, we're going to get some very good renewables today, over 45,000 megawatts. But look at our load. Our expected load, 85,624. Take a look at the records. You guessed it. It's 85,508 back in August 23rd. But what else is going on? Take a look. we lost one of our nukes here. South Texas Unit 2 is down. That means natural gas is going to be climbing in market share for the fuel mix today as we get hotter and hotter, possibly to a record. And let's take a look at the grid here for power. As you can see, PJM actually expected to be over $200, but not ERCOT. Despite the fact that we've lost a nuclear unit, we're only expected to get over $61. We'll see what happens. And here's Europe. As we get into July the 4th, yes, it's warm on the interiors. This is the temperature anomaly map here. That means the Europeans are going to be experiencing some warmer temperatures as we get into July. And let's take a look at the storage picture. As you can see right here, it's the UK that has the biggest problem here, sitting at under 18.5% full. And this is going to be mid-June here. So we've got to hurry up because they peak out here toward October. So let's take a look at what else is wrong. Still, the Netherlands and Belgium are about 22% full. How about Asia? Here going into July 4th, we have some remnants of some cooler weather. This is the temperature anomaly map, and it starts to get warm in Japan, South Korea, and parts of the interior of China. So let's take a look at the LNG market, and look what we got at Ras Laffan. We've got 2 tankers are filling up here. Yes, they're at the docks here, and this includes the gas logs again. Why? Because if we move out here, take a look at the Strait of Hormuz. We've got traffic, folks. We've got movement here through the Strait of Hormuz. This is good news. Some of these congestion areas should start to break up here in the next few weeks, especially off Dubai and Oman. Let's take a look at the U.S. LNG facilities, and this is Cameron running again about 1.467. This is good news. It's about 92% utilization here. Here is Freeport LNG running just about 1.825 here at peak. So that's good news as well. They still need to push up. And here is Creole Trail feeding Sabine Pass, and it is also running very, very well. Same thing for Corpus Christi. That's right. It's almost up there, over 90% utilization there as well. And here is Trans-Cameron Pipeline feeding Calcasieu Pass. Still has capacity open here. That's good news, I guess, for them because they can continue to ramp this up. And here is Plaquemines, which is running over nameplate capacity, over 4 BCF. That is continuing to be amazing facility. And here is Golden Pass. Speaking of facilities, we got 474,000 MMBTUs going into the grid here for them. That's out of 800 to 850,000 for Train 1 capacity. How about the U.S. nuclear fleet? As I mentioned before, South Texas Unit number 2 has tripped offline today. So we've got one more unit down. That means our outage here is up to 2.5 gigawatts. Still, the fleet is doing extremely well, ready for summer. And here is the oil and gas E&P sector. Stocks between $2 and $10 billion have a high short float, over 10%. And it's unfortunately a sea of red. Right behind me, Magnolia down 2.19%. So recapping, it is storage day. Expectations around plus 74, plus 75. That goes up against last year's plus 97, the 5-year average plus 73. So again, we are just trading barely up. We are trading at 315.90, up 1.4 cents. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow.